Welcome to the Selling Southport podcast. I'm Andrew Wright, Principal of Professional Southport since 2008. Real estate isn't just my career, it's my passion. With decades of experience, I know what it takes to succeed in the property market, especially here in Southport. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, lease or invest, you can count on me and my team to deliver strategies that maximise your returns. Let's dive into today's episode and get you one step closer to your property goals. Hi, I'm Andrew Wright from Professional Southport, and welcome back to another episode of Selling Southport, your go-to podcast for real estate insights right here in our beautiful coastal community. Today's episode is especially for the landlords and future landlords out there, whether you own one property or a growing portfolio. The Southport rental market has a rhythm of its own, and staying on top of it can be the difference between a solid investment and a frustrating experience. We're going to talk about what's happening right now in our rental market, what tenants are really looking for, the most common mistakes landlords make, and how to position your property for long-term success. Let's jump in. Let's start with where things are now in Southport. Right now, we're still seeing extremely low vacancy rates across the Gold Coast, and Southport is no exception. There's strong demand from renters, especially professionals, young families, and downsizers who want access to great schools, the Broadwater, the light rail, Griffith University, and the hospital precinct. That said, tenants are being more selective. With prices climbing in recent years, they're expecting more in return. Well-maintained homes, thoughtful features, and responsive property management. So what exactly are tenants looking for? First and foremost, properties that are clean, safe, and well presented. It doesn't have to be high-end, but it does need to feel well cared for. Second, convenience. Southport renters love homes that are close to amenities, like Southport Sharks, ferry road markets, local schools, parks, and public transport. Bonus points if your property is walkable to shops or cafes. And third, practical features that improve the quality of life. That could be air conditioning, security screens, internal laundry, energy-efficient lighting, or even pet-friendly policies. These small details make a big difference when a tenant is choosing between multiple properties. Now let's talk about how you can, as a landlord, stay competitive, especially if your property has been on the market for a little while, or you've had a few tenant issues in the past. 1. Stay on top of maintenance. Tenants will always favour homes that are looked after. Regular servicing of air conditioning, garden tidy-ups, checking the smoke alarms, all of this creates peace of mind and protects your asset in the long term. 2. Add value where it makes sense. A fresh coat of paint, new carpet, or a few modern touches can boost your rental return and attract better tenants. It doesn't have to be expensive. It just has to be smart. 3. Get the price right. Overpricing your rental can lead to longer vacancy periods, and that's money out of your pocket. A good property manager will compare similar properties in the area and help you set a realistic rent based on features, condition, and the current demand. 4. Market it properly. We've all seen those blurry mobile phone photos and half-filled listings. That's not going to cut it anymore. Invest in professional photos, use the right platforms, and create a listing that highlights the features that matters most to the Southport rental market. And 5. Stay responsive. Tenants want to know that their landlord or agent is approachable and will sort out issues quickly. This is where a great property management team makes all the difference. A team that communicates, follows up, and generally cares about both you and your tenants. Now, I want to touch on a few mistakes we see from time to time. The first is landlords hanging on to tenants well below market rent, often because they want to avoid change. We totally understand the appeal of a long-term tenant, but if you haven't had your rent reviewed in over 12 months, you could be significantly undercharging and missing out on thousands each year. Second, skipping routine maintenance, or deferring repairs. It's almost always more expensive down the track and can hurt your chances of securing quality tenants in the future. Third, trying to self-manage without the time or systems to do it well. It can work in some cases, but for most landlords, partnering with an experienced property manager saves time, money, and stress. Let me give you an example. Recently took over management of a home in Southport where the landlord hadn't increased rent in 4 years and wasn't aware of the new minimum housing standards now required under the legislation. The previous agency had done very little communication. We stepped in, completed a thorough inspection, arranged a few quick upgrades, and secured a quality tenant at market rent within a week. That's the power of experience and local know-how. So, if you're a landlord here in Southport or thinking about becoming one, here's my advice. Understand the market, stay proactive, and work with people who treat your investment like it's their own. And if you're not sure where to start, we'd love to help. Our property management team here at Professional Southport includes some of the most experienced property managers on the Gold Coast. 4 of my 5 senior property managers have over 20 years' experience in the business. We're overstaffed by design, so we always have the capacity to give your property the attention it deserves. Whether you need a rent review, a fresh marketing plan, or just some straight-up advice on managing your property, reach out. There's no pressure, just genuine guidance from locals who care. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Andrew Wright, and this has been Selling Southport. See you in the next episode. Thanks for listening to the Selling Southport podcast. I hope today's episode has given you some valuable insights and practical advice on the local real estate market. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, lease, or invest, I'm here to share my extensive experience and guide you every step of the way. If you have any questions or want to discuss your next property move, don't hesitate to reach out. Your success is my priority. Stay tuned for more expert tips and updates on the Southport property scene.